Cycling with Doc says, ask him about Barb the Builder and the other one on his inner thigh. Hello Kitty with a raging boner. What the fuck?
Oh, my brother is in the chat. That is my brother in the chat. I got some stupid tattoos. I got this whole theme going that I want to keep going, but I only have 2 characters so far. I have Hello Kitty with a boner, and then I have Bob the Builder with some boobs. I can show you, I guess. Oh my God, I can't believe he did this to me. Here, let's see. Let's see if we can do this.
Welcome to the 81st episode of the Cast That Ends Creation. I'm your host, Chris Deering. This is the show where I interview bands and public figures from the Mathcore adjacent communities. If you beautiful people and chat have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them in. I'll try to read them aloud. If you like the sub, you get access to some exclusive emotes, as well as access to the interviews before they hit YouTube and other streaming services. You can also sub for free by attaching an Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. It's like taking $5 from Jeff Bezos' pocket and putting it into mine. If you're watching this on YouTube, or listening to this in your car and have no idea what I'm talking about, the show is first shown live on Twitch. Join us every Sunday and Wednesday at twitch.tv/thecast4the live cast. With that out of the way, let me introduce our guest today, who dropped a brand new EP, 180 Degree Murder, back in July through Dark Trail Records. Welcome in Weston Super Maim. How's it going?
Woo! Hello.
Hello. So tell us who you are.
Chris, you are a fast talker. You talk fast, Chris. You're like the micro machines guy. Remember that guy?
I don't.
Me neither.
He's the guy he's like the fastest talker in the world. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be heading up a few auctions pretty soon. No, I'm kidding, I'm not. But I'll try to slow it down a little bit. Why don't you start with introducing yourselves? Tell us what you do, who you are, what you do in the band.
I'm Tom. I play the music.
I like the air guitar there.
Yeah.
Okay. Mostly that.
I'm Seth, and I just do the vocals. Tom does everything. Guitar, bass, drums, mix, mastering. Yeah, everything but the vocals.
Well, so tell us where the name Weston Super Maim came from.
So it came from where a lot of things I do comes from, which is just me thinking of stupid wordplay and things that I think are funny. I actually didn't think of it, so it was me and a group of friends, like probably 20 years ago, just trying to think of stupid band names, and that was one that stuck, that we all found hilarious. It was my friend Ford who actually thought of it, and it just existed as like this concept band for about 10 years with no music. And then about 10 years later, I started sort of trying to write some music that seemed appropriate for a band called Weston Super Maim. Weston Super Maim is a town, like a seaside town in England. So it's a play on that partially.
Okay, I was wondering if that was like somebody's name or something like that. I had no idea what was going on with that.
Yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's kind of abstract, but also in an abstract way, it sort of sounds like something quite extreme and weird, which is sort of what we're trying to do anyway. So it fits.
Yeah, a lot of people in the UK. There's some guys like Dom Lawson, some guys that have reviewed our stuff, a couple other podcasts and stuff that had us on their show, or played our song or reviewed our album or something, that are from the UK, and they know about the town of Weston Super Maim, which is apparently like a shitty retirement town on the coast, or it's got a weird stigma to it. So if you're from the UK, apparently the band name's funny as shit, because people are like, that's the best band name in the world, but they're from the UK. But here in the States, we don't know about Weston Super Maim.
Very confusing. Yeah.
So what's the joke then, that you go around killing old people or something?
Basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck them.
Fuck 'em. So you were saying that you started this like 10 years ago. I had it that you started recording stuff for your full length between 2007 and 2018. So like, is that when you started the name, or did the music come first and then you were like, I need to title this something, or how did that work?
So I mean, Yeah, so the name kind of existed for quite a while, and then probably maybe 2007, I just started writing like as a one-man project, just doing like the occasional song, like, you know, maybe one shitty little song every year or something, but nothing really serious. But then this EP was, I started writing this in probably 2019, and just sort of tried to do something a bit better and a bit bigger, and actually try and, you know, get an audience for it. And so that's when I started thinking about, you know, getting a proper vocalist, and which led to Seth coming on board. Prior to that, it was just, you know, me doing stupid shit on my own, basically.
Okay, so you consider this EP the first release?
Debut EP, yeah. I think that's what I think.
Okay. And Seth, how'd you get involved with this?
I did a Meshuggah vocal cover of Straws Pulled at Random, and I did it. I kind of did it my own way, and with my guitar player for my old band, and yeah, it turned out pretty good. It was a good. I was really proud of that vocal cover, and Tom and I are members of this of a forum on Facebook. It's called Meshuggah Forum. But it's not the big Meshuggah fan page that has like thousands and thousands of members. This is like a shit one that has like 1,000 members, because we don't post anything about Meshuggah, or it's all shit posting, you know.
Okay.
And it was a forum that was before Facebook and MySpace and everything. Like, it started back in 2003 or something like that. And so I didn't post the cover. I didn't post my cover on there. One of the other members did. One of the admins did. And Tom saw that and hit me up, messaged me like, "Hey, I got this 15-minute song. You want to check it out?" And I was like, yeah. And so I heard it, and it was like, holy shit! Like, this is like my favorite song. You know, just off first listen, it blew my mind. It was like right up my alley, and I was like, yeah, I'll do this. So that's how I got on board. Yeah, I procrastinated pretty long. You can ask Tom about that. It took me a while to like get going, but it is a pretty intimidating song when it comes to time signatures and stuff. I mean, Tom's all over the place, and it's so it was a little bit intimidating. But once I got once I stopped being a pussy, I just kind of jumped into it, you know.
Cycling with Doc is
and now Tom and I are best friends.
Cycling with Doc in the chat saying, "Let's hear a taste." I guess we could probably do that. Be up on YouTube while we're talking about stuff. Let's see here. So, yeah, this is like your first proper release. What's different on the EP compared to your past work, aside from like better production value and Seth being involved?
I guess in a way, nothing, and then in another way, I think just the ambition and the scope behind this is sort of bigger generally, I guess. So to me, it's a bit more epic, and it's a bit more has a bit more gravitas, maybe. But I mean, I'm always going for that shit, but I just think it all came together a bit more. And especially, like, I think writing it as a single song sort of gives you more scope to explore certain things that maybe you couldn't do in, you know, like a 4-minute song or something.
Yeah, your songs are comparatively long compared to most other mathcore bands, but it's fucking tight. Like, it doesn't, like, my attention span doesn't like fade, because it's so interesting to listen to. Like, you keep
Cool.
evolving the different like beats, rhythms and beats and stuff like that.
Thank you.
Clearly, y'all are big fans of Car Bomb, and I guess Meshuggah, since y'all mentioned that one too. I imagine those two are probably the top of your list of influences, but what else influences you guys?
Yeah, those two, Meshuggah especially, top of the list, I guess, in terms of like a straight influence. But for me, I always think of Will Haven as well, which maybe not as obvious straight away, but that just a kind of really simple, aggressive, almost sort of slightly hardcore tinged, like 2 or 3 note riffs, and then these weird like sort of dissonant sections and sort of ethereal leads and stuff like that was actually like a really big influence for me as well. And Crowbar as well, just that like, You've never heard them? Will Haven, yeah.
Writing that down.
I think they're from like Fresno. They were sort of associated with like Deftones and bands like that quite a lot, but they sound nothing like Deftones. But yeah, one of those sort of California bands that were bigger in, I guess, the early 2000s, and then they've reformed. But yeah, check them out definitely. And then Crowbar as well, just like that dedication to riffs and just writing really sort of bold, interesting riffs, I think for me is a fundamental thing as well.
What about you, Seth? What influences your
influences vocals? Anybody who screams, with all of their might, so like I guess my favorite vocalist would be Adam Cody from Wretched, or Glass Casket. He sang for Glass Casket back in the day, and then Johnny Davey from Job for a Cowboy. He's an influence of mine, but I just like that natural, airy style of vocals and stuff. To be honest, man, I don't really listen to music for vocals. I listen to it for drum and guitar work. I listen for the music side of it, like the vocals have to be interesting for me, but they're not number one priority. Like I started off playing guitar in bands and stuff. So I quit because, I sucked and I couldn't play the riffs that my brain was creating, So
you played fucking leads in a Meshuggah cover band, dude.
That's true. I did do that. I sang vocals and played. I played leads and sang for a Meshuggah cover. That was the most difficult thing I've ever done. But yeah, those. As for influences, everything, man. I'm not picky. If it sounds good, it's good to me.
Is the cover band still around?
No, that was a while ago. That was called More Sugar.
More Sugar.
We played like an hour-long set of Meshuggah songs. I mean, good though. Like we didn't fuck up. I mean, we did, but we didn't half-ass it. I mean, it was pretty spot on. But we played a few shows and stuff, and it was fun. People were into it, but yeah, it was never anything. It was never anything serious.
Okay. So
yeah.
Tom writes everything. Seth, do you have any say on how things are written, or is it just given to you straight up finished?
No, Tom sent that song to me pretty much done. I think he reamped some guitars. And had to do the mixing and mastering and stuff. But besides that, it was a done deal. Maybe on the new album, though, I don't know. Tom and I really haven't even talked about it. But as I'm sure, as Tom sends me riffs and stuff or songs, I might have some input. Just be like, hey, what if we got really confusing right here, or drew that riff out longer, or something? You know what I mean? There's always talk about that stuff. So
yeah, it's kind of like a Frontier situation with Pedram kind of writing everything and bringing other musicians in on it. Seth, do you write your lyrics though? You write the lyrics?
Yeah. I wrote. I actually came up with the concept for this album after about the first listen. I had an idea. Like I'd seen visually. How do you say that? Yeah, I had a vision. I guess that sounds weird. I had a vision when I heard the song, and so I came up with the concept and started writing lyrics. It was really weird for me. I'm not organized in that sense. Like I kind of started backwards a little bit with the actual lyric writing, but the concept I had. And yeah, Tom helped out with some of the lyrics. There were some ideas that he had for the concept because it kind of fit, the concept that I had fit exactly with the song title that he had already came up with his idea for it and everything. It was kind of a weird coincidence. But yeah, I do most of the lyrics. I would say, I don't know. What do you think, Tom? Like I did like 80% of the lyrics on this EP or something.
95%, definitely.
Something
what's
like
the
that,
what's
yeah.
the concept behind it?
It's basically it's like the Earth shows this guy that takes in all the ugliness of the world, like all of it, like all of the hate, all of the shit we do to the planet, just a lot of it, all of it, and takes it all in physically, and ultimately becomes the weapon that ends humanity here and in the afterlife. Just clean fucking slate. And then at the end, he's just left alone, and then he finishes the job himself and takes his own life.
Sounds like an anime.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Right. That would be a sick anime, actually. Especially if you got some anime titties in there or something. That'd be awesome.
Okay. Yeah. It'd make it better. So Tom, how do you go from just a riff to the big ass songs that you have now? Because they're huge, like both sonically and in length. How do you piece things together?
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, often it does just start with like a single riff. Like I probably quite often start with like a rhythmical idea or something, and then just start to build like. So I might start with a really simple like pattern, and then start to build a riff around it, and then rather than thinking, you know, oh, this is where this is going to go next, I just try and like get a feel for it and try and let that riff go wherever I feel that it sort of wants to go next. So it's almost like start at the beginning and then see where the song sort of naturally flows to. So I guess like quite often there are these sections that sort of develop within themselves and then maybe just flow to another part, and sections don't generally repeat, I guess, because I write like that quite a lot of the time. Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of, I just kind of sit down in front of my computer with my guitar and just see where things lead. I suppose.
Do you do it in sections, like get all the guitars first and all the bass and all the drums, stuff like that, or is it like complete sections that you kind of like weave together?
I kind of do it in complete sections. So I quite often, like, I might write a riff on guitar that I really like, but then I can't get the drums to work with that pattern, so I shelve that. So like the drums and the guitar sort of have to work as a section, and then you just, you know, just generally stick a simple bass line in just to fill out the bottom end. But if that doesn't work, then I probably wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't keep it. So yeah, I do everything as I go along. I don't know, how do you write, Chris?
I do it like the way I was describing. I do all the guitars for each song first, and then go through and do all the drums, and then, you know, all the like weird effects and shit like that, and then the vocals.
Interesting.
So are the drums programmed then, or are they real drums?
They are programmed, but I mean, I can play the drums, so they're programmed like I would play them. But I'm not that good. But you know, they're basically, you know, there's nothing too fancy in them. It's kind of like my primitive approach as a drummer. That's how I would play them. But I think I said this before. It's just like living in a small flat in London. It's just not viable to have acoustic drums. So I do have an electronic kit, and I've got like a little finger pad and stuff. But you know, I want them to sound tight, but not ridiculous. Like I want them to sound still like acoustic drums.
Still playable.
Not yeah, still definitely still like playable. Just about.
Not like you need 8 hands to get.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
The drums on this are. I mean, if you sit back, I do it sometimes, and where I just focus all of my energy on the drums on this EP, and it's insane. It's amazing. Like, it's so natural, but then also just so creative. Yeah, it's one of my favorite parts of the song is the drums.
Oh yeah, is there a plugin that is like super integral to the sound that you make, or yeah?
To the drum sound?
Well, no, to the music overall. Like, is there a plugin that's like, you know, this is where the sound basically comes from?
I mean, I use tons of plugins, I guess. I
Like
like to keep
part
the
of your
guitar.
mastering chain, maybe, or something like that.
No, yeah, no, not particularly. I'm quite into these new slightly AI plugins. Like, I don't know if you know, like Goldfoss or Soothe, those sort of smart EQ plugins.
I haven't
But
heard
they
of those
kind of
actually.
just they're like Soothe is used quite a lot. People use it a lot on like drum overheads and stuff like that. It's just or on like guitar buses as a way to get rid of harshness. It's just like it's sort of dynamically editing out little, like notching out little frequencies and stuff. And then Goldforce acts on the master bus a bit more and just makes things sound a bit cleaner and gets rid of mud, especially in the sort of low mid range. I use those a lot, but yeah, I use tons of shit, honestly.
I'm actually writing both of those down too. I would like to check them out.
Yeah, they're both cool.
So you guys both recorded your stuff, and then Tom mixed and mastered it, like we were saying. So Seth, what was your record setup like?
I just use a Shure SM7B microphone, and I just got my my little interface and my laptop and monitor speakers. And
oh, nice. So you didn't go to a studio then?
No, I just did it. I did it in my home, and yeah, just that's how I did. I've done a lot of music like that, and it works good. I don't know shit about mixing, or I think I maybe on those tracks I sent you, Tom. They may have had like a little bit of delay and chorus in them or something.
I don't know. What did happen was you like Seth would say, like send me stuff sometimes on consecutive days, and then like the second day I could tell that he was much angrier because the takes were like about 10 decibels louder, and it's like, so you know, sort of clipping and stuff. It's cool. It's good.
Yeah, I'm not a professional. By any means. I got the setup a few years ago, and to finish another album, and yeah, I learned the basics. I watched like a YouTube basics of this, and just kind of did that, yeah, and sent Tom the stuff, and he had to funnel through all the bullshit and make it sound good.
No, I fucking, as soon as I got those, just the raw takes, I was like, this is perfect. They were just like so aggressive and just had that raw sort of, you know, not like technique heavy, but just someone screaming, which is exactly, you know, what I wanted. So immediately perfect.
Nice. Yeah, it takes me about like 3 or 4 days of warming up, where I'll go scream, like I'll go sing like the whole Meshuggah Nothing album, or something like that, where I warm up for 45 minutes and just blow my vocals out as much as I can to get to a point where I can record, where my screams sound good. You know what I mean? And I got control over what I'm doing, you know.
See, I can't go for like super long stretches of time personally. So that's interesting that you were saying it like that. Like if I did it the way you're doing it, I think my vocals would be kind of shot by the time I got to recording.
That's what I was going to say. Like I'm sure it wouldn't work. I'm sure it wouldn't work for most people, but for you it does. Yeah,
that's it. I swear it builds some weird callus or something. It like calluses up or something like that, but it definitely takes me, I got to put in the work to get to a recording thing, because I am screaming, you know, with all of my force and all of my might, you know what I mean? It's like I'm sweating my balls off, like veins popping out of my head, like while I'm screaming. It's, that's the only way I know how to do it and make it sound good, you know? I've tried to record quietly and like with technique where you could just like, yeah, like all, like I didn't make any sound right there. You know, that was just me fucking with my throat, you know, like.
That's still pretty good.
That's pretty good.
I have to like lean back, like bend my spine back for my highs and like lift my head and I look like a Bukkake sort of a little. I wasn't like with a microphone. But I have to. There's certain ways I have to move my body to get my highs, to get my lows. You know, I kind of have to, like, for lows, like, kind of bring my arms forward. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know.
I need to do the claw whenever I'm screaming. I don't know if you're like that too.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome.
So, Tom, what made you want to get a vocalist formally involved in the project? Because your other stuff is like either instrumental, or you did have a guest vocalist for 2 of the songs. So, yeah, what made you want to get a vocalist fully involved?
I mean, yeah, I always wanted a vocalist, really. Like, I didn't write the songs with vocals in mind, but I always envisaged them having vocals at some point. But just, you know, either I couldn't find anyone, or I didn't bother, I didn't try. But with this EP, then it was, I think from the start, it was, I need to do this properly, make it as good as I can, and get a fucking amazing vocalist on it. So yeah, it's, you know, a simple thing. But fortunately, I found Seth, and he delivered.
So I guess you can't scream at all then.
I'm fucking rubbish. I just can't do it. I don't know why. I just think, I don't know. It's just like, you know, I've watched all those videos about how to scream or how to growl, and it just does not happen. So leave it to the professionals.
Well, Seth really fucking nailed it and added a lot to it. I mean, it was a great decision
Absolutely.
between you guys. So tell me about your cover here.
Thank you.
We got the album cover up on screen now. This is like an actual hand cut collage, right?
Yeah, literally hand cut. So Joy Polloy is a UK collage artist that I know through, like, I've got another side business in some, like, doing some design stuff, and I actually know her through that, and I always loved her work. And then when I was trying to think of someone to do the artwork, then yeah, she just sprung to mind, and I knew she would kind of approach it from like a totally different angle to anyone else. And yeah, it was just, I don't know, to me that's kind of what the song looks like in a weird abstract way. And it just, like, it's not maybe the obvious thing that, you know, it's not maybe what you would expect, but it just works, and it feels right for the music to me.
Yeah, when I first saw this, I thought like prog metal band. That's what I thought. And
yeah,
then I listened to it and found out y'all are like a lot heavier than I thought you were gonna be. But it looks really sick though. I like it. The thing that really threw me off though is that y'all have this picture with a fucking parrot that y'all have been like promoting around. What is up with that? What's up with the parrot?
That was just that's Joy again. That was like a kind of B-side option that she sent for the cover, and then she is almost a joke really, and then I just, for some reason, I just like, that's fucking perfect as well. So that just became the emblem really. And
okay, I thought it was one of y'all's pets or something.
No, Seth, do you have a pet parrot?
I don't. My wife used to have one. They're hilarious. I would like one, but they destroy all of your shit. They're like, you got to be, if you have a parrot, you got to be willing to let that thing ruin your house, apparently. So.
Jesus Christ! Don't get parrots. I guess they're worse than cats then.
Don't get a parrot, Chris.
Yeah.
So y'all were telling me that y'all have a music video coming out.
We do. Yeah, that's coming out next week, Tuesday, I think. Yeah, that we got. There's some really cool visuals in it. There's some weird, like, 3D visuals. I posted a few little teasers on Instagram. Yeah, it's bonkers. There's some weird shit happening in it. But again, we did this mostly ourselves. We got a guy to do some 3D stuff, and then that's interspersed with some footage of me and Seth, and then I spent fucking hours and hours editing it together, but mainly because I didn't know how to edit a video before. So, but it's come together pretty nicely, I think.
Which
What do
song
you think,
is it
Seth?
for?
So it's for 180 Degree Murder. It's a slightly abridged version of that song, so it's about 4.5 minutes long to make it a
why
bit
not do
more
the full song?
viable. I think partly because, again, because it took me so long to do any editing, but also the 3D stuff that we actually had to work with was quite short. So it's sort of trying to find how to make that work over, like a 6.5 minute song was probably a bit of a stretch. So we just made it a little bit shorter. And then also, we can say, like, go and listen to the extra bit of this song on our Bandcamp or whatever.
Okay.
So,
Okay, I see. Why didn't y'all put this out before y'all released the EP? Why now?
So we have a PR company doing a bit of work promoting this, and that they sort of said, why don't you hold this back until after the EP's been out a little while, and then it just gives you a little extra thing to drop a bit later on. So
okay,
yeah.
Ready. How has the PR company been working out for you guys? Good decision?
I think so. I mean, we were coming from a place of basically having no audience at all. So I was one guy in my bedroom releasing songs to five people and getting sort of 30 listens and stuff. So I thought it was probably worth paying a professional to help us get some exposure. So I think it's probably made sense. We got someone in the US and someone in the UK as well, so I think that they've both done a decent job.
Oh, you got a whole team behind you. Jeez. Alrighty.
Whole team. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cycling with Doc in the chat. Oh, I'm sorry. What's up?
Is that how you did a PR company hit you up to interview us?
Oh no, I just reached out to you guys.
Oh wow, okay. That's good to know. Thank you, Chris.
Definitely. Of course I talked to y'all. Come on now. Cycling with Doc says the visuals are sick and never been seen before in a music video. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. I think it's gonna be sick.
That's cool.
So got a random question we ask everybody here. What do you put on your hot dogs?
Seth?
Okay, nacho cheese, French fries, and jalapenos.
Jeez, that actually sounds really good. It sounds like it give you a heart attack, but I'd be down to try it out. Try a couple bites.
Yeah, it's
nice.
It's so good. It's so good.
I don't eat meat, but I do like a vegetarian dog. So I quite like pickled shit. So some kind of pickled vegetable, I think I'll go for.
Just a random vegetable?
Some kimchi or something?
I've never tried kimchi, bizarrely, but I don't know, pickled cucumber or carrot or chilies or something, some shit, onion.
Okay, I'm down. Seth, I gotta ask you, man. I've seen your tattoo sleeve. Why is it all black?
Oh,
you got two of them. Okay, why are they black?
Oh yeah, it goes all the way up.
Okay.
You know what? People ask me that all the time, and I don't have a good answer. It's I used to have a bunch of tattoos like demons, like octopus, Satan, wrapping up a baby, like all this stupid shit, little demons, pentagrams and stuff. And I was just sick of them. I have kind of a professional job, so I actually looked into getting my tattoos removed. And I even faked California had this. I was living in California at the time. They had this program where if you're a gang member, you can get free tattoo removal. And so I was like, I went into these people and I'm like, yo, I'm in this satanic gang and shit, And they're like, no, you're not. Get out of here, And I tried to get them removed for free because it's expensive, man. It was going to be I think the estimate was like 10,000, like 10 grand for both of my arms. What? Yeah, 10 grand in 12 different sessions, and they wouldn't be fully gone, but they'd be gone enough for me to get some stuff tattooed over them But then my buddy Andrew, bless his soul, he's a tattoo artist, and he showed me a picture of this guy that had blacked out arms, and he was like, "What do you think? I think you could pull it off." And I was like, "Let's just do it." And so yeah, over the past couple of years, I got my arms blacked out, and yeah, I regret it already. I regret it because I thought it was going to be like you don't have any art. No one has any questions to ask about, like, because there's no like, oh, what does your tattoo mean? But now everywhere I go, dude, people are like, what's the story behind this? Do you mind me asking about your tattoos? And I started making up answers like I just have bad decision-making skills. You know, like I'm a stupid ass. Like I'm dumb. Like I messed up. And like usually they don't go any further than that, but it is a thing. It is a thing where people ask me about it all the time.
Are like job opportunities better for you now that your arms are blacked out, or was it better before?
I mean, it's one of those things. I shave my arms, so it does look like I have a long sleeve. A lot of people think it's a long sleeve, and because it just goes to my wrist. They think it's a long sleeve. So if my button up shirt, because I have to wear long sleeve shirts for work because I'm in like outside sales, and so I go see these like big companies and stuff, and I have to look professional. But if my shirt slips up, they're not going to see like a baby wrapped up in octopus tentacles. You know what I mean? They're going to think it's an undershirt, right?
Okay. But, I like that.
Yeah.
How often do you shave your arms?
Oh, it's got to be like once every couple weeks. Once every couple weeks, I shave them. Well, because I have white hair. I have white hair, so it has like clear white. It looks stupid, man. It looks stupid. So I shave them. I shave them. I guess that's pretty weird too.
Cycling with Doc says, ask him about Barb the Builder and the other one on his inner thigh. Hello Kitty with a raging boner. What the fuck?
Oh, my brother is in the chat. That is my brother in the chat. I got some stupid tattoos. I got this whole theme going that I want to keep going, but I only have 2 characters so far. I have Hello Kitty with a boner. And then I have Bob the Builder with some boobs. I can show you, I guess. Oh my God, I can't believe he did this to me. Here, let's see. Let's see if we can do this.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell. Jesus.
And then there's Barb the Builder.
Barb the Builder.
Nice.
So they're my little cartoon characters, but defiled. You know, I'm defiling cartoon characters over here.
Yeah.
I'm 38 years old too, so you think I would be like a little bit more mature? I am not, dude. I'm a 38-year-old, 16-year-old.
Well,
amazing.
Turn the conversation back onto the EP. You guys dropped this on Dark Trail Records. How'd you guys hook up with Christian?
I sent him an early mix. I think it's just there's a few labels that I thought they're sort of in the right ballpark, and he went for it. So yeah, it's nothing more than that really.
Okay.
I've been following. I didn't actually realize that Christian, Mathcore Index and Dark Trails were the same thing, bizarrely. So I've been following Mathcore Index for ages, and then I think it was because I think it was Four Limbs especially. I just thought, who are they on? And then Dark Trail, and so I hit Christian up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward. Alrighty, I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Tom, you have like a bunch of different projects, then a bunch of music projects. I actually didn't know this until we were talking here. What are some of them? What you got going on?
So I guess the other main one is called All of Space, which is like a kind of slightly pop, slightly alternative rock thing, like just melodic, I guess mid tempo rock. So that's kind of the music that I started out playing like when I was 15, as I guess sort of grunge inspired, like quite American influenced, and so I've always kept that going. That I can sing loosely, so that's like I can do the vocals for that as well. Yeah, and then there's another one called Brown Stratos, which is I guess more like math rock, still quite melodic, but weird time signatures and sort of less obvious song structures and stuff. And then there's Goodbye in the Cruel Worlds as well, which is my darling girlfriend Jessica on vocals and me doing music. So yeah, those are the three other ones.
Alrighty, you're gonna have to send me links to those so I can check them out.
I will.
So I know you guys are in different countries, like across like the world basically, but will you guys ever play shows? Is there like ever like, do you have an intention to do that at some point?
Seth, take it.
I think it would be awesome. We would have to hire we get some hired guns, you know what I mean, on drums and bass, and probably another guitar. We would need another guitar player too, huh? Yeah, we would. Yeah. We would need three. We need 3 people, and then maybe like a little backing track for some of the weird ambiance parts. But that would be cool. It's I think it would definitely have to be a thing over in Europe, though. You know, it would have to be over there by Tom. Maybe a festival or something like that would be more ideal for our situations. We both have pretty serious jobs, and this was more of especially for Tom and I. This is more of a musical endeavor rather than a career path. We both have pretty decent jobs, and we're not gonna make the money on the mathcore scene that we're making with our day jobs. You know what I mean? So it would be ideal. It would be a dream. It would be a dream come true for me to play, say this song in full, or even a full set once we get our full length done. That would be a dream come true. But it would definitely have to be a little, a thing over in Europe.
That is how Frontier does stuff too. So it's not like super weird.
It would have to. It would have to be a Frontier style deal. You know what I mean? A weekend warrior tour, maybe like 4 or 5 days or something like they do. It would definitely have to be something like that.
I think also, like Frontier started out, it was not intended to be played live. It was just a pure recording project, and then suddenly I think they kind of thought, oh well, how could we pull this off live? So it's quite inspiring in a sense, because the EP wasn't, certainly from my perspective, was not written to be played live at all. But then in theory it could be. I'd have to get much better on the guitar, but it is doable.
All right, I look
he's
forward to
good on guitar.
sometime.
He's lying. Yeah.
So what was the last thing you guys listened to? Either a song, album, commercial, jingle, whatever.
Get your shirt off, it's pervert time.
Hell yeah, man, the best song ever.
I've been jamming that today.
Fucking pervert. It is pervert time. Yeah, I listened to that yesterday and today. For me, I was listening to Blindfolded and Led into the Woods. Have you heard of them?
Ooh, yeah, I actually had them on. Well, one of their members on here not too long ago. They're fucking sick.
Oh yeah. I'm so ADD with music, but yeah, those guys. I was really going hard on Frontier actually yesterday. That was the
new song tomorrow.
That was in my Yeah.
Oh, they got a new one coming tomorrow?
Yes.
Oh shit, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they're dropping a single, and also they're dropping their pre-order for their vinyl, which is going to go fast. It's going to be one of those things where it drops, and I'm pretty sure they'll sell out within 30 minutes or something. So yeah, go check that out. Those guys are amazing. Those guys are. I'm gonna have to really try hard not to be influenced by them too much on Tom and I's full length.
It's not gonna be a bad thing.
It's not gonna be a bad thing, but I definitely don't want to be influenced by anybody on our full length. You know, I want to kind of do my own thing, and yeah, I'm sure I know Tom's the same exact way. Like, it's almost like I'm going to start listening to a completely different genre of music while I'm recording the full length. I'll probably go into one of my synthwave modes, or like jazz. I'll probably fall into like that jazz, like snarky puppy stuff. I'll fall into that while I record for the full length, just so I'm not influenced by anything.
Interesting take. I like it. What about you, Tom? What'd you listen to last? You were the one that said my thing, didn't you? Okay, my bad.
Literally your single.
Yeah. I forgot we already talked. We already asked you that. I'm sorry. What about the album of the year? What is y'all's album of the year so far?
We got a bunch of good stuff coming out this year. I mean, it's a little too early to say, but as of now, album of the year for me is definitely going to be, I'm going to say Alluvial, Wes Hauck's project with, it's got Kev Moeller, the Suffocation's, the singer for Suffocation's son on vocals.
Oh, I know he was his son. That's crazy.
Me neither. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an actual it's a masterpiece, man. I love Wes's playing. I almost got to do vocals for his first album. That was
really?
Instrumental. His instrumental album, yeah. I was sent the album and was asked to do vocals for it, but I was moving to Oregon with my family, and they were asking me to tour and stuff, and I couldn't do it. But I think that is when it comes to songwriting and guitars, like, that is a masterpiece. That is something that's never been done before. I think that's mine. Alluvial Sarcoma is what it's called. Sarcoma.
I just heard them the other day, actually. Alluvial. I heard them for the first time the other day. It was pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. You stole mine, because that's mine too, actually, at the moment. Yeah, because I didn't really know Wes Hauck that much before, but when I heard, I think Ulysses was the first single, and I just love his playing. It's like really, interesting, original, like the way he uses string bends and these weird melodies and stuff. I just like, yes, this is a shit. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the Archspire as well. I think they've got a song dropping pretty much now, so I think that could be album of the year for me once that's out.
Absolutely. Do you listen to Archspire, Chris? Or have you heard
not
them?
really. I'm sure I've heard songs over the years or whatever, but I've never sat down with the full thing.
They're super tech death, super tech death, but their vocalist is he's
Death Chopper.
So fast. He's like Tech 9 or something, dude. He's like all death metal though. It's pretty impressive, man. Like, it's they're nuts. I think that also we got Frontier dropping their new album.
Mm-hmm.
The Zenith Passage is coming out with a new album. And then, I don't know. I'm a big tech death guy. So, yeah, that's really all I have on my radar for album. But I think this year's so far, I don't know. What about you guys? Don't you think lately there has been this influx of just insanely good music?
Yeah, everybody was waiting until touring came back.
Yeah, there's just been these game changers. I feel like there was a little, like, a downturn in music or something where it was like, that's been done. That's kind of boring, And then I feel like this year and a little bit of last year, we've been getting some of the most insane music. It's amazing.
Yeah. Dowboy should be coming out with a new one this year too, and I think Sleep Sculptor.
Yeah.
Ooh,
some good shit happening.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
Nice.
So you guys have a pre-order for your vinyl up now. I should have gotten a picture of it, but I didn't get that up yet. So you told me that you also have shirts and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, so we've got shirts and hoodies on our big cartel. You can there's a link on the Bandcamp page somewhere. Let me grab a hoodie actually.
Getting up that vinyl.
Oh, we got that. We got that parrot
Pink.
hoodie.
I like it.
We got pink. We got black. We got the shirts, like black shirts with the parrot, black shirts with the album cover, gray shirt, I believe.
Yeah, black, heather gray, honestly, and pink.
It's high quality stuff too. Like if you're concerned about, the quality of your t-shirts, it's very high quality. All my friends that ordered stuff, they said like, wow, this is actually a fucking nice band shirt. It's Tom put in the extra money for the good quality shit.
Nice. Alrighty. Y'all should put them up on Bandcamp though, because I had no idea that y'all were selling shirts and stuff.
Yeah, it was that thing of like listing on Bandcamp as that extra step is just boring shit. So I just thought I'll put a link to the shop on Bandcamp. But yeah, I guess no one's seen that, so maybe I'll do some extra listing.
But yeah, that's about all I had to talk about. Unless you had something else I wanted to bring up.
Let's see. No.
Alrighty.
I think that's about it.
Ready. So if you're looking for something to tide you over until the next Car Bomb album, you need to check out Weston Super Maim's latest EP, 100 Degree Murder, which dropped in July through Dark Trail Records. You guys are on Facebook, Bandcamp, Instagram, YouTube, I believe Twitter as well, and all other streaming sites. Am I missing any kind of like plugs? I guess you're Big Cartel. I assume it's like westonsupermaim.bigcartel.com?
Yes, probably.
Okay. So as for me, drop my channel, follow so you always know when I go live. You can sub to get access to the interviews before they hit YouTube, as well as some exclusive emotes. You can also sub for free by attaching Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. Find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. YouTube folks, if you like the video, please drop a like, click the notification bell. Don't forget to subscribe. It's a great way to support me for free. Check out my music, The Sound That Ends Creation, at thesoundthatendskreation.bandcamp.com. Just dropped a new single with Cameron McBride. Get your shirt off. It's pervert time. And yeah, go check that out.
Pervert time.
My next guest is Pac-Man the movie. Join us this Sunday the 8th at 7 p.m. Central for the live cast. Yeah, it should be a good one. Love those guys. That's
going to be a good one. Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for being here, guys. Hope you had a good time.
Thanks for having us, Chris.
One thing.
What's up?
I just want to say thank you to you, man. Thank you to all the people in the Mathcore Index community, all the people sharing our stuff. Like the response has been amazing. That's like why we do this is
Absolutely.
We want to see what people think of the music that we love, that we created. So yeah, I just want to, whoever's watching this, if you've liked the album, if you shared it or whatever, you guys are the shit. We love you. And yeah.
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. That's an awesome. But yeah, thank you guys for watching and listening.